Hey boos, in this video, I give commentary based on my opinion. Nothing is to be taken as factual. We are just here to have conversation. We don't expose and we don't sip tea on this channel. I'm giving you real talk straight, no chaser. Let's see if you can handle it.
Cause I'm a boss. I haven't done anything for you to be proud of.
Of course you have. You are marrying a man who can support you.
Good afternoon, everyone. Good afternoon. Good afternoon. You should have known I was coming with this video. So get in here, get comfortable, get real comfortable because we have a lot to discuss. I took notes. Let's just get into it. Okay. By the way, yesterday I uploaded a video about insecure women. And I just want to make this known too, before we get into it. You having insecurities does not make you an insecure woman. It makes you a woman in a patriarchy, okay? In a system, in the matrix. It makes you a woman. What makes you an insecure woman is when you don't know how to regulate your insecurities. When you don't know how to heal your insecurities, when you don't know how to work on yourself when it comes to your insecurities. We all have insecurities as women, all of us, okay? So being an insecure woman is not about having insecurities. It's truly about what are you doing about your insecurities? Do you project them on other people? Do you treat people differently because of your own insecurities? That's truly what it's about. Having insecurities does not make you an insecure woman. It's truly how you operate with having them, okay? How you carry yourself with having them. All right. So I just wanted to say that because some women feel bad because they have insecurities. It's like, don't feel bad because you have insecurities. That's not what that's about. It's truly about your behavior when it comes to your insecurities and if you're allowing them to control you or ruin your life, to be honest. Because I've seen women literally ruin their lives because of their insecurities. So just be mindful of that. It's all about self-awareness. It's not about perfection, okay? So let's get into today's topic. First of all, we have Tory Lanez, where he was butchered in prison. And I just wanted to ask, I think we should talk to the knife. Don't you think? Don't you think that we should call up the knife that allegedly, well, I don't even want to say allegedly. It's not even being alleged because I got this information from CNN. Do you think we should ask the knife that was involved, the knife that was possibly a witness in the situation, on whether or not he was actually butchered? And I'm being so for real because remember when people are like, oh, did Megan get shot? Was she really shot? Was she really shot? I guess we should ask the knife in the situation when it comes to Tory Lanez being butchered. It's not fun when the rabbit has it's not fun when the other shoe falls. So let's just get into it. Let's get into it. I told y'all that these men are cursed. They have cursed themselves. And let me explain. I'm going to use Tory Lanez as an example. Let me go ahead and bring him up here. Okay, so this is the man that is responsible for butchering Tory Lanez. And the interesting thing about this is that not that long ago, right before Tory went in, he decided to make a song taunting Megan Thee Stallion. Let's look into it. Okay, so let me break this down. When you are an artist and you make music, you are a beacon, you are a siren, you have the ability to summon spirits. I'll just say that. And if you watch Sinners, everyone wants to focus on the stereotypes, but did you actually look into the spiritual lesson behind it? So one thing I've noticed about rappers, they're not smart. Remember that one rapper that lost his life and he did a music video of him losing his life, and he ended up losing his life in the same way that he did in his music video? I forget, what was the name of that artist? I forget the name of the rapper. But anyway, my point is, when you are a beacon or a siren and you're out here singing and you're producing music, you're putting it out here, you have the ability to summon at the same time. And so you have the ability to waken those that may be asleep. And I mean that like from a subconscious level, but then also you have the ability to awaken spirits. And so I believe that that's what this is. But then also, was it Mo 3? Mo 3. And that's another aspect of the Sinners movie that I didn't really see that many people talk about. It's like what music has the ability to do spiritually, and how we don't really talk about that. We don't put a lot of fixation on that as a society. But when you are creating music, you are a beacon, you are a siren. And so you have the ability to awaken the collective consciousness, but then you also have the ability to summon spirits. So you got to be careful with that. So I just think it's crazy that Tory Lanez was stabbed 14 times. And the number 14, it means karmic debt. And it's all about death and rebirth. And I believe that when you have a near-death experience and you survive, but you still had that near-death experience, it's truly all about a death and a rebirth. And the number 14 is about how you have to, it's like an ego death. You have to go through like an ego death, and you have to shed an old identity. And I believe that that's what all of this is about. And it's sad because he decided to put out this energy as a beacon, and it came back to him. And all of a sudden, we're supposed to feel bad. I don't feel bad. This is a man that was taunting Megan Thee Stallion for years, would not stop. And then on top of that, I think a lot of people on social media are like very delusional. He is in a prison with people that are in there for different type of crimes. I believe this man is doing life in prison. His name is Santino Casio, or is it Casio? And he's in there for something he did with a 13-year-old girl. It's sick. It's twisted. I'm not even going to get into that. But he did something along those lines. So he's in there with people that don't really have anything to lose. Not only that, Tory Lanez has always been cocky, arrogant. He's always carried this energy like he's untouchable. He's in a new world in there. They live by different rules in there. And so I can only imagine him popping off at the mouth, saying some shit, and then thinking that he's untouchable, and then this man decides to do something about it. I mean, have you ever listened to some of his interviews? Have you ever listened to how Tory interacts with people? He's very cocky, arrogant, egotistical, and he carries himself like he's untouchable. So honestly, when it comes to this situation, I'm not really surprised. I'm not. And then the fact that he was butchered in the way that he was, to the point where he almost lost his life, and then he decided to butcher and pretend like he was butchering Megan Thee Stallion in his music video. Listen, what goes around comes around. And so when it comes to situations like this, I don't feel no type of way. I don't have nothing negative to say, but I really don't have anything positive to say. The only thing I have to say is the truth. What you put out is what you get back in return. And when you're a siren, or when you have the beacon, okay, you need to be responsible with what you're putting out here, because it could come back to you and then you're not ready for it. Okay, I told y'all, these men are cursed. And he cursed himself in this video. Like, why would he do that? Why would he do that? Why would he do that? It just don't make no sense to me. So the only thing I gotta add, and then people are saying, oh, it's Rock Nation. Are y'all be? It's the then Halle Bailey. It's the Illuminati. Are y'all okay? Like, is the internet okay? Do we need to go touch grass? I don't even think touching grass is gonna help. I don't think it's gonna help at all. Hold on, let me pull this up too. Let me see. And then I'm gonna leave, maybe his family or his team decided to release this statement on his Instagram.
We have a Tory Lanez update from his Instagram. It says, Tory was stabbed 14 times, including 7 wounds to his back, 4 to his torso, 2 to the back of his head, and 1 to the left side of his face. Both of his lungs collapsed and he was placed on a breathing apparatus. He is now breathing on his own. Despite being in pain, he is talking normally, in good spirits, and deeply thankful to God that he is pulling through. He also wants to thank everyone for their continued prayers and support. Well, that was one quick recovery. He must be Wolverine, because if both of his lungs collapsed, why would y'all take him off of his breathing apparatus so quickly? Again, I don't know the details. I'm just telling y'all what I'm finding online. Maybe he had a sensu bean and that helped him recover. You know, maybe he's Wolverine and he just doesn't die. And I'm not saying I want him to die. I'm just saying it's odd that he recovered so quickly from such a traumatic experience. Are y'all going to keep him in the hospital? Is he going back to prison? Like, what's next?
I promise y'all, I'm not laughing at the fact this man got stabbed 14 times. I wouldn't wish that on nobody. I promise you, I would not. But it's just the situation. It's like, how are we supposed to take it so serious when we saw what this man did to Megan Thee Stallion? The only thing I could do was shake my head. Shake my head. Even this man was calling it out. So he's saying Tory Lanez taunted Megan in a music video by chopping up a horse leg. Now he's the one getting sliced and diced in a cell. Woo! That's a mess.
It seems as if Tory may or may not have stepped on some glass. Listen, I want to get all the facts straight first before I start jumping to conclusions, because we don't like to believe it when we see it. Hint, hint. So I'm going to make sure, I get all my facts straight. I want to make sure we have all the evidence presented in front of us before I start jumping to conclusions. Because, anybody...
That's why I said we need to hear the knife's side of the story. Okay? We need to call up and hear the knife's side of the story. Because at this point, we don't know. Did he really get stabbed? Did he not get stabbed? We need to see the doctor's report. We need to see his wounds. We need to see, like, did he really, we need to see the cuts on his body for us to really know if he got, butchered like that.
I could just step on some glass, allegedly. But, unfortunately, things tend to happen to you when you are the property of the state. Sorrows, prayers, no prayers. Sorrows to that man. But we're gonna have a little hot girl summer. It's a little crazy that happened, but like I said, I don't want to speak too soon before I see all the evidence. I need all the evidence gathered and presented in front of me before I start, believing people and calling people like.
Man, I don't believe this shit, bro. Like, he lying. He lying. Like, how you get stabbed in prison, that's the safest fucking place on earth. There's all them guards around. Like, how you just get stabbed up in front of a guard? And I need to see the wounds. What are wounds? Show me the stab wounds. It don't make sense to me. Like, he want to be a victim so fucking bad. Like, I heard from the streets that he had became somebody else's bitch and he was fucking on somebody else's man. If you wasn't fucking on somebody else's man, you wouldn't have got stabbed. Like, I don't believe this. I don't believe this at all. Like, bro, he a liar. He a liar, bro. There wasn't even enough blood. Like, there wasn't... And where's the weapon? Where's the weapon? Show us the stabbing weapon. How you get stabbed in prison? What's the weapon? He did not get stabbed. He fell on the knife. That's what happened. He fell on that fucking knife. Or that shank. Whatever it was. They didn't stab him. Now, do you see how fucking crazy that sounds when somebody starts to question your traumatic fucking experience that happened to you?
It sound crazy as hell, don't it? It sound crazy as hell. Listen, these men, they going through it, y'all. The women going through it too. But I feel like the men have it worse. I do. Because you know what? They stupid. Like, the men are really dumb, y'all. And I'm talking about the men out here that don't have any awareness of what the hell is going on. Like, you seeing all of these men go through all of these different hardships, I'll just call them that, and still want to sit up and make excuses. Do you not want to be next? Or it seems like you want to be next because you're not even learning through the stupid choices and decisions that they're making in order for you to hold yourself accountable so that you don't find yourself in a similar situation. But no, you know what the men are doing? The men are defending the bullshit. The men are on social media defending bullshit. Just dumb. Like, I'm telling you, just dumb. And then they don't even think. They're not even smart enough to be like, oh, I could be next. You know what? Let me look to see what this man is going through so I can ensure that I'm not in a similar situation. But instead, they're defending the stupidity and the dysfunction. It's crazy. It's crazy.
See how that sounds? Our heart goes out to the person that did it, because I'm sure his bid is about to be a little bit longer. Thank you for taking one for the team. Maybe we can come together and put some money on your books. I don't know. Yeah, good luck.
I'm moving on. I'm not even gonna send my luck. And you know why I'm not sending my luck? Because they don't even, there's a disconnect. I don't even know what it is. Let me just move on. So let's get into DDG and Halle. Okay. Let's get into it. And I'm just warn the men, listen, if you're not praying for yourself and you don't have a woman praying for you in these times, you playing with your life. You really are. You playing with your life. There's so much stuff going on. You need to wake up and you need to realize real shit is going on. Spiritual. And if you don't have no type of covering over you, you playing with your life. That's all. You playing with your life. All right, let's get into it. Okay, so I don't even know where to start with this because y'all, this is what I did not want to see. I did not want to see Halle have to go through something like this. Okay. So recently, yesterday, it came out on the blogs that Halle Bailey, she was granted a restraining order. Granted, because that's huge. She was granted a restraining order by a judge. Now let's get into what she was claiming, okay? Well, she was claiming that DDG is repeatedly violent with her. And so the judge ordered for DDG to stay away from Halle Bailey and their 7-month-old son. So she included Halo in this restraining order. And so he has to stay away from the both of them until June 6th, which is their hearing, okay? And Halle is claiming throughout the relationship that he has and continues to be physically, verbally, emotionally, and financially abusive. Halle is seeking orders to protect herself and son from his ongoing abuse. And then also she's claiming that since the breakup, there have been multiple acts on multiple occasions of physical violence. So she recounts 2 incidences in her restraining order. She said that back in January, Halle repeatedly called her the B word as she tried to strap the baby into the car seat in his car. Next thing she knew, things got physical between the both of them, okay? Between the both of them, things got physical. So we fought each other. They wrestled, they tussled, and then he started pulling her hair, and then he slammed her face in the steering wheel, causing her tooth to get chipped. Okay. And then she also claims that when this happened, she stopped fighting back because she was in a lot of pain. Now, of course, social media is claiming that, oh, she's lying. Were you there? Were you there? Like, it's crazy. I could understand if Halle came on Instagram and was like, oh, DDG, he put his hands on me. He put his hands on me, and was showing pictures of bruises and a chipped tooth. She went to the courts. Is the internet okay? She went to the court. She went and asked a judge, are y'all okay? Oh, we gonna get into his pattern of putting his hands on women. We gonna get into it. But it's like, have you ever went and filed a restraining order? It's not a simple process. It's not. It's a pain in the ass, y'all, to go file a restraining order. It's a pain in the ass. Nobody wants to sit there and fill out that paperwork. And then you have to, it's best that you have a police report to back up your restraining order. So typically they don't take you serious if you don't have a police report in place. Halle has a police report in place. That's most likely why she was granted the restraining order, because it's illegal to file a false police report. It's illegal. Like, you can do jail time for doing something like that. So to just quickly say she's lying, are we critically thinking about everything that she did up until this point? And she has evidence. So let's get into that too. So she's also talking about, she's also making a claim that back in March, DDG entered her house when she wasn't home and texted her a photo of her bed along with a threatening message suggesting that she was having sex with other men. A few days later, he berated her when she did not want to send their sick baby on a visit with him, and smashed the Ring camera on her porch when he realized he was recording, or she was recording the confrontation. And then she also is claiming that when she called a relative for help, he took her phone and got into her car, slamming the door on her as she was holding the baby. And this is the day that she decided to file a police report over the incident. What were y'all saying? Because this is why you stop going off of headlines and photos. Like, actually go look at what she decided to submit and the reason why the judge most likely granted her the restraining order. Let me go ahead. Y'all, this was some scary shit. I can't even lie. This was scary. This... Like, imagine you not being home and your baby daddy, your child's father is in your home, which he has no rights to. He has no rights to just enter her home whenever he chooses. And that's what's so weird. It's like, are men okay? Like, do men not understand what boundaries are? Do men not understand what consent is? Because I've been seeing comments from men on social media, and I'm just looking at the comments like, so because she had your child, you think that you can just enter her home whenever you feel like it? You can't. You can't just go into someone's home just anytime you feel like it. This was weird. And the men are defending this. The men are defending this. And I'm just like, what are you defending? He has a right to his child. He doesn't have a right to her home just anytime he feels like it. And she wasn't even home. And then who is he? Her father asking her where she is, and you out here dealing with other men. Ugh, I hate that Halle chose this man. Like, I really do. I hate that she put herself in this situation. I really do. I did not want this for her. The internet aunties did not want this for her. None of us, her fans, we did not want this for her because we saw the signs. And then that's another thing too, is the reason why, this is my opinion, you do not have to agree. I believe that the claims are true because the signs are there. Like, this man is jealous of her. That is a fact. And it doesn't matter if you're dealing with a jealous lover, a jealous friend, a jealous parental figure, or just family member. Jealousy can turn violent very fast. Very fast. And we're not about to sit up here and try to make it seem like DDG is not emotional AF. This man is too damn emotional. When she decided to break up with him, because she was the one that left the relationship, it was not the other way around. He ran to the internet and was yapping away because his ego was bruised. And then he's had it out for her ever since. So the signs have been there. Hell, the signs were there when they were together. The signs was there. So it's believable just under those circumstances alone. Okay, aside from Ruby Rose, and we're going to get into that here in a sec, but it's like just the signs that we were seeing when they were together, then the signs after the fact, like anytime DDG didn't get his way, he ran to social media. He's trying to control Halle, point blank, period. And when he can't control her, then he uses his following, his fan base, to try to control her. And then if he can't use the fan base to control her, then he tries to use the baby to control her. The man is weird as hell. And the fact that people can't spot abuse like this when it's so public is insane. But you know what? The black community loves to normalize toxicity and dysfunction. We've been witnessing this girl get abused online for the last few months, ever since she decided to leave that relationship. Because he's been using his fan base to harass her. That's abuse. That's violence. Seriously. So we've been witnessing it this entire time. So people saying, oh, she's lying on him. Are you okay? And then another thing that's just sick about this too is that people keep using the excuse, oh, he's just trying to be a father. He's just trying to be a father. Are you really that slow? He's using the excuse that he's trying to be a father. It don't take all of this to be a father. It really don't. It don't take you popping up at your child's mother's house unannounced, asking her about her sexual life. Like it's just, come on. It's weird, y'all. It's weird. It's weird. It's weird. So again, this is all about control. It's always been about control. It's always been about control. Then another thing that was interesting when it comes to this situation too, because I was looking at the text messages that he sent her when she was on vacation, which he knew that she was taking the baby on vacation. She communicated to, I believe, his mother about that, the fact that she would be back. She was going on vacation. She was taking the baby, and she was telling his mother, I believe, that she was going to be back and that they would be able to get the baby May the 11th. But you know what DDG was doing with his weird, jealous, insecure having ass? You know what he was doing? He was sitting up reading the blogs while she was on vacation. So she's on vacation and he's sitting up online reading the blogs. Believing the blogs. Believing the blogs. So he really thought that she was on this vacation with this rapper. Got in his feelings about it, just ran with that assumption, ran with the rumor, didn't even fact check to see if it was even true. Because he's jealous and insecure. It didn't take much. It did not take much. And so he texted her saying that this is foul. Like imagine your baby daddy sending, y'all not together by the way. But imagine your baby daddy sending you screenshots of Twitter, X, and blogs talking about you with a man that you're not with. Like, but then say she was with the man. It's still not his business. Either way, it just looks bad. Either way, it looks bad. He looks like a stalker. He looks obsessed. And he looks weird as hell. Okay? Either way, it looks weird to me. Okay? So, Also, let me get into Ruby Rose. Let me also put up the text with his mother. I believe this is his mother. So Halle is communicating with his mother, and I'm assuming like she probably prefers to communicate with the mom for pickups, drop-offs, and things like that if she can. I mean, I'm assuming that the mother is with Halo a lot, considering how much this man is online streaming all the time. So I'm sure for the baby to be on some type of schedule, she's communicating with the mother for that reason. Okay, that's what I believe. But again, that's my opinion. But Halle is communicating basically back and forth with his mom, and she's saying she texted his mother on April the 21st saying, "Hi, just wanted to keep you in the loop. We will be back the 11th now. Haven't heard about Moo getting Halo later this week as we lightly talked about before." So again, ignore Gotham City, y'all. Like, why is it like that? I just don't understand. Why? Okay. I got my window open too, so it's extra loud. Okay, let me continue. So again, Halle is following up, meaning she lightly communicated about this prior, but she's doing a follow-up just to keep everyone in the loop about what's going on. So people are trying to make it seem like she just took the baby on vacation and didn't tell nobody. So he knew. Then if he will be in town, would you like to get him the 27th and return him the 4th? Otherwise, I can keep him up until we're back, but I just wanted to let you know we'll be back the 11th. So Halle was open to them taking the baby while she was on vacation, or keeping the baby and just taking the baby with her on vacation. She was kind of open to either or. And then I believe his mother texted her back saying, "Okay, I will double check with him and let you know." So this whole, oh, he was blinded, he didn't know that she was just going to take the baby, that's a lie. That's false. I don't even know where people got that from. This is just crazy. Okay, so let's get into Ruby Rose. Hold on. Do I have that? Because this is important. This is the most important part, in my opinion, is that this is not the first time he's been accused of this. And any therapist will tell you that when someone is truly an abuser, they have a history. They have a pattern. So let's get into the pattern, because Ruby Rose also accused him of putting his hands on her. But because Ruby wasn't the perfect victim, no one really took her serious. And ladies, I'm going to tell you right now that when it comes to being a victim, the only time you can truly be a victim is when you die. Like, you have to die. You can't live to tell the story. The only way you could truly be a victim as a woman is you have to die. Okay? And I'm being so serious. It's the truth. Okay? This is why you're seeing like Megan Thee Stallion. She would have had to lose her life that night to be a victim. That's why you're seeing what is her name? Cassie. She would have had to lose her life. The goons coming after her anytime she would try to leave P. Diddy, she would have to have lost her life in order for her to truly be seen as a victim. You can't survive and tell the story, because when you survive, you're not a victim. Okay? Ruby Rose is another one. She came out and she said that this man had put his hands on her. But because Ruby carries herself a certain type of way, no one took her serious. There's a movie, it's called Enough. And some of you have seen it. I've watched it, I don't know how many times. When I was younger, I used to watch that movie all the time. But recently in adulthood, when I watch it, it became very clear to me why she felt like it was just so necessary for her to go on the run, change her identity, and then train, because she knew that if it ever came to it, if she had to face that man again, she would be ready. Because in this life, when you are a victim of an abuser, the only way you can truly be seen as a victim, you have to die. So you only have one or two choices, dying or fighting back. And so J-Lo, in the movie called Enough, you should go watch it, she decided to train and fight back. Just being honest with you. She decided to train and fight back. Because, like, if you noticing, like, with all of these women coming out, video evidence and everything, people are still wanting to doubt their story. Doctors are confirming the bullet fragments in Megan Thee Stallion's foot, and people are still wanting to doubt her story. So the only way you could truly be a victim, you have to lose your life. And we need to talk about that more. Why does a woman have to lose her life to truly be seen as a victim? It's sick, it's weird, and it's not right. Let me show you this.
And she went on and said, this is allegedly the picture of the marks of him where he put his hands on her. And she said to him, I told you how a man did me and you do the same stuff and make fun of me while doing it and stuff. And the same stuff he did, tell me no man will ever love me, I'm a whore, and all the same stuff. You haven't been telling me you love me lately and you need another girl to talk to, but I won't speak on it at all. Respect me and don't speak on me. So basically she was saying that the whole time he was putting his hands on her, he was doing to her what her ex did. He was doing to her what her ex did to her, which was put his hands on her. And once again, people are saying that they thought that he put his hands on Kennedy, and that's why Kennedy stuck around for so long, because they thought that this was going on. So once again, this is all over Twitter, you guys. Make sure you guys give this video a thumbs up and subscribe if you're not already subscribed. So they went on to, so DGG and Ruby went on and the conversation continued, and this is what she said. He said, if you don't, I ain't gonna respond. I'm just cut you out of my life. She said, you trying to make me look like a cheater. I can show you're an abuser, an abusive man bully. He said, do what you gotta do, just move on. And then he said, when I got caught up, you tried to make me look like a weirdo, like I was messing with somebody and you was posting videos on my phone. I ain't do none of that. I'm gonna air out your whole stuff if you try to make me seem like I'm beating you up. And then he went on to send her, basically he sent her $100 for hush money, is what people are saying this $100 was for. He went on and sent her $100 on Apple Pay to keep her quiet.
$100?
Your lives stick in. Who released the receipts?
Also, he has a pattern of accusing women of cheating and then abusing them. That's his pattern. So what does that say? That is an insecure, jealous man. That is what that is. Insecure and jealous. And again, jealousy is an emotion. It's an emotion. But when a man is emotional and he has no control over his emotions, he becomes dangerous. That's why men being overly emotional and they have no emotional regulation is dangerous to women. It's very, very, very dangerous to women. So 2 women accusing him. And then the crazy thing about this too is this picture, this side-by-side picture is identical. So what is he doing to the point where both of these ladies are turned the same way and they have bruises in the same area? Like, what is that about? Let me move on. Okay. All right. I'm going to go ahead and show y'all this too, because this was just crazy to me. This is just crazy. Here it is.
DDG got the type of woman you gotta stay away from. Cause she posted on Instagram last night on her Instagram story that she's tired of keeping quiet. She's ready to tell her side of the story. And the people are like, what side of the story do you have? Like, this is not your relationship. This is your son's relationship. You don't have nothing to do with this. See, those are the type of mothers that enable their son bullshit. They allow it and they feel like, oh, my son didn't do this, or he was provoked or something. No. That's what you raised, baby.
And honestly, like, his mom defending him, I don't know about y'all, but it's just not shocking to me. And the reason is because he funds her life. He pays her bills. I wouldn't expect anything different, honestly. So she don't want the money train to stop. This looks bad for his business, his brand, and anything that he has going on. I wouldn't expect anything different. And I need women to understand that when you have a situation or a dynamic like this, where the man is taking care of the woman, his mother, in the situation, you can't expect for her to be on your side or take your side. Because her little gravy train could easily run out. So you're going to have to be on your own. You're going to have to stand on your own 2 feet. So to me, his mama speaking out, it's not shocking to me. It's just not shocking at all.
You raised an animal. You just don't want to believe it. You don't want to believe your precious son couldn't do nothing like that. What do you mean you're tired of keeping quiet about what? You knew he was over there doing that bullshit. You knew he was over there acting a fool. But I guess you felt like, well, Halle made him when he chipped her tooth. She made him. That's the type of response that would come out of her mouth. That's that type of mother. What do you mean you tired of keeping quiet? This ain't got nothing to do with you, boo. She an enabler. I'm sorry, she's an enabler.
And you know what I love about all of this? The Baileys, quiet. The Baileys are quiet. The Baileys are quiet. You're not going to hear shit from them. You want to know why? Because at the end of the day, they're playing chess. His mama done put out a statement on social media. That was stupid. That was real dumb. He's even came out and released a statement. Let me see if I can find it. Let me see. Is it this one? No, that's not it. Here it is. He's saying, I'm chilling. By the way, I have no worries. Streaming later on No Days Off. Sir, you better be concerned, because the Baileys are not playing. They're not playing, because I had something's telling me they want Halle to get full custody. And so your family online, your friends online, stupid. Just dumb. Just not smart at all. Just really stupid. I just got to call it what it is. It kind of reminds me of The Game and how he recently got his house taken under judgment by the courts simply because, not because what he was being accused of, it was proven in court with evidence. It was simply because he didn't show up in court. He thought he was above the law, and he just did not show up in court. So he lost his home. It was not because it was proven to be true what that woman was accusing him of. It was simply because he did not go to court. Let me play this video. This is woo, the YNs are just stupid. You could tell that either they didn't pay attention in school, they don't educate themselves. They are just very ignorant. You can't outbeat the law. Seriously, like it's just. Let me just play this video.
When keeping it real goes wrong, the game has officially lost its home in California after a judge approved its sale to help satisfy a multi-million-dollar judgment to Priscilla Rainey. And who's Priscilla Rainey? What does she look like? The same! A nigga's kryptonite. A Los Angeles County Superior Court judge granted Rainey's request to sell the property after the rapper, born Jasmin Taylor, tried to avoid paying $7.13 million in damages. The decision came down nearly a decade after a judge made a default judgment in Rainey's sexual assault lawsuit against the Easy artist. Default judgment, sexual assault lawsuit. Remember that. She sued the game, born Jasmin Taylor, in 2015 for allegedly sexually assaulting her while they filmed his reality show. Although the game denied her allegations, he declined to appear in court. His refusal to attend the trial led to a default judgment. So even if she was lying, because he had to be a real nigga and do what the fuck he wanted to do, it led to a default judgment. And because he wanted to do what the fuck he wanted to do, the judge rewarded $6 million in punitive damage. Punitive, meaning a punitive damage is just meant to punish you. Because you disrespected the court, I'm going to punish you with an additional $6 million. He has to pay her $7.13 million just because he wanted to do what the fuck he wanted to do and not show up to court because he was keeping it real. And everybody know you can't stop no light-skinned chick with long hair that had been told she was pretty all her life. After he was ordered to pay it up, she went after his assets to fulfill the payment, including his businesses, music royalties, and his one-story house in Calabasas. His legal team previously argued that the house was owned by JTT Holdings, LLC, not him, and everybody know what that is. However, she got a good lawyer. Her attorney alleged that JTT Holdings, LLC was just a shell company, aka a company that exists on paper that the game and his manager, Whack 100, established to keep Rainey from seizing it. That did not work because her request to sell the home was approved by a judge last Friday. Zillow lists the 4-bedroom, 5-bedroom home at just over $4 million. Even if she does sell the house, which she was just approved to do so, the game will still owe her $3 million. So because the nigga wanted to keep it real, do what the fuck he wanted to do, and disrespect authority, he now has no home. And he still owes her $3 million for an alleged assault.
Alleged assault.
It was not even proven in court that he did. Y'all gonna learn one day, niggardry is never worth it. Going your whole life bucking the system ain't gonna do nothing but make your life more difficult. And guess what? There's no prize for having a hard life. There's no award because you chose to do shit backwards. Somebody go find Game a new house.
So the niggardry that we are all witnessing on YouTube and just the niggardry that you're seeing on Instagram, ladies, don't get emotionally involved. Don't. They're under spiritual judgment. So at the end of the day, they could try to make it seem like it's us. You under spiritual judgment. And you can't, these men can't even see how they're under spiritual judgment. They so deep in their niggardry that they can't even see that shit. So, you know, it is what it is. And that's what I'm seeing with DDG. Dumb. Just stupid. Your whole family, you got your family, your friends on social media just yapping away. And then the Baileys are over here quiet as a mouse building a case. Dumb. Like I'm just like, woo, I'm glad that ain't my family. I'm glad it ain't my family. Had me out here looking like that. That's crazy to me. I'm glad it ain't my family. And then you got people like this.
Girl, why they on Twitter trying to make DDG an abuser? You hoes need to really cut that shit the fuck out. Soon as a bitch become a baby mom, her true colors start to show. His true colors start to show too, but right now we talking about her. Right? Because, girl, that man didn't do nothing to that girl. And when he go pick up his son, this bitch trying to start arguments with him. I done been there, done all of that, so I already know how this shit go on both sides of the fence. That's how I know DDG is not a fucking abuser. Like, stop.
So she knows because she was there. But the reason why she knows is because she did some shit like this. Okay, so you were out here, and this is what projection is. It's when you put yourself on someone else's situation and you didn't even witness shit. You created this scenario in your head based off of your own life experiences, and now you think it's the truth when it comes to her situation. Y'all are not the same. Y'all are two totally different people. Are you okay? Just because you did that shit doesn't mean Halle did it. We don't know what happened. But what I do know is that I don't believe a judge would grant a restraining order for just no reason. I don't believe that at all. Wasting tax dollars. I just don't believe that. I don't. Wasting everybody's time because they have to show up in court June the 6th too. So we just gonna have to wait and see how all of this plays out. But one thing's for sure, this is not the first time that he's put his hands on a woman, and to have both of these women stand in the same position, that's what's so crazy to me. Let me see if I can pull it back up. To have these women stand sideways and they have bruises in the same place and area is what's really just throwing me personally. Like, wow. Because Ruby was standing in the same position, side like this, showing bruises on the arm. In the same position. So it's crazy how you have women out here defending DDG. It's weird.
Like every time a bitch get in her feelings about some shit and she don't got control over the situation, that's when a bitch want to be spiteful. When a bitch get that baby and he don't want to be with her no more or whatever the fuck the situation is, she just don't got control no more. That's when she want to start using the baby as a weapon and shit. But just because she a girl, the internet is shambles. Oh my God, DDG hit Halle. Girl, I can barely see that bruise. Like, stop. Like that time when he did put him on the stream and she was doing the fucking most, telling us about some shit that you should.
Y'all, this is why I don't deal with the YNs. The men that wear the big chains, I stay the fuck away from them. You want to know why? Because they live by different rules. They live by different principles. Absolutely not. That little bruise. That little bruise. Are you for real? That little bitty bruise. If I came home with that little bitty bruise that y'all talking about, and my brother was to see that, any of my brothers, my father was to see that man would be dead. Do you like little bruise? That's why I stay away from niggas. This is why I don't fool with niggas. This is why I stay the fuck away from them. Because this little bruise, the way y'all normalize abuse in the black community is insane to me. That is crazy. No man should be putting his hands on you. I've even seen comments like, oh, he just manhandled her. Why is he manhandling a woman? Are you okay? This is why I be telling y'all, stay away from the men that wear them big, loud chains. Their ego is fragile because if you take off the chain, oh my God, I need the chain back on because I really am not that guy. I'm not really the man that I'm trying to portray myself to be. So I need this chain around my neck and I have to have the loudest outfit on. That's why I stay the hell away from them. I do not date men who dress like that. Ugh. And this is why, because this is the energy that they carry. These are the people that support them. Could you imagine? I stay the hell away from them.
Telling him. Then the next day talking about, oh, I overreacted, this, that, and the third. Like, that should tell you something right there. Then they trying to bring up old shit with him and Ruby Rose. Y'all be forgetting to mention the fact that Ruby Rose stayed with the nigga. Y'all be forgetting that this bitch mentioned him in every single interview. And how he put her on the OnlyFans and she got rich and started making millions and shit. Girl, and when him and Halle was beefing and DDG went to text Ruby Rose on some, trying to make Halle mad type shit, this bitch was doing cartwheels. Happy as fuck thinking that he was cheating on Halle for her, bitch. And then it's always, oh, what the man did. Okay, what did you say to provoke?
Y'all, it's not, I have to be honest with y'all, it's not just the hood that's defending behaviors like this. So it's not just the hood that's defending abuse like this. It's the black community. First, and you want to know what it's rooted in? I did a whole breakdown about this. And I used the example of, what is his name? He's over there in Bali right now. He hasn't even came back. Uncle Russell Simmons. Okay. The reason why the black community, not the hood and not the ghetto. So listen to me when I say this, But the reason why the black community defends stuff like this is because we have to protect the black man. So we don't call the police. If he beats our ass and he just knocks our head between the washer and dryer, we just got to eat the punches because we got to protect the black man. It's the black community. It's not just the hood. It's not just the ghetto. It's the black community. I said what I said. It's black male worship. It's, we don't want to see the black man go down, even though he just knocked your head through the washer and dryer. So I said what I said. It's the black community, and the black community has been doing it for years. That's why right now, which we're going to get into with Lil Wayne, people are like, oh, his girlfriend wants to sue. She's talking about getting attorneys involved. That's how non-black people handle shit. You can't just kick somebody out. You have to give them a 30-day notice. But then you have black women and like, girl, just move out. All you got to do is just move out. What you need lawyers for? He kicked you out. You need to move on. Because 9 times out of 10, that's how black people handle shit. But that's not how white people handle shit. White people do get lawyers involved. You can't just remove me from your home without a 30-day notice. So yeah, she actually does have a case. But according to niggertree, girl, you just need to move on. You just need to move on. This is not the diary of a mad black woman. That is a Caucasian lady. That is a Caucasian lady. Okay? So, and I wish black women would take notes. The hell? Why you keep protecting men that don't even protect you? And then how did we get in the position of protecting men and then they don't even uphold their protection when it comes to us? Make it make sense. Make it make sense. Make it make sense. It don't make no sense to me. It don't.
That man. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm sorry. I gotta stand up for the men. Like, they're not always in the wrong. Like, crashing the fuck out because you don't got control over.
That is true. Men are not always in the wrong. But when you have 2 incidences where 2 women are claiming that he has put his hands on them, you don't just overlook that. You don't. You don't just overlook something like that. So that's my whole point when it comes to this. Are there women out here that lie? Yeah, we've seen it. We've seen women just flat out lie. But for 2 women that don't even really know each other like that, making the same claims, that's a red flag. That's a red flag.
What the fuck this man do? Ain't trying to hold his son from him. Like, bitch, man is not no fucking abuser. Like,
and then this is another thing. The reason why the black community is going so hard for DDG is because black fatherhood is... It's just so terrible, y'all. Black fatherhood, it's like when you see a black man doing what he's supposed to be doing, it's like, oh my God, we need to protect him. We need to worship him. We need to praise him because he's doing what the fuck he's supposed to do because he decided to lay down and create that baby. Like, it's weird as hell. I'm like, this man taking care of what he's supposed to be taking care of. And so we need to protect him at all costs because he's doing what the fuck he's supposed to be doing. Were we there when he decided not to wear a condom? Were we there when he decided to lay down with that lady and impregnate her? No, we weren't. So he's doing exactly what he's supposed to be doing. Why are we coddling and babying men for doing what the fuck they supposed to be doing? It's weird. Like, the black community is so backwards to me. Like, just backwards, toxic, dysfunctional, and embarrassing. Embarrassing. Seriously. Like, it's just ridiculous. He doing what he's supposed to be doing. I gotta move on. Let me see. And then this too. Let's just get into this too.
The Think Peaks is accusing Halle for lying or saying that she's lying about court documents and a judge actually granting her a restraining order, which is very hard to do. That is not something you can do easily. I just find it like very strange, especially the fact that there's women coming up here saying this. Like, why is y'all everything on here is victim shaming? Y'all love to victim shame. Somebody can literally sit down and tell in full detail, in full, I'm talking about direct, I'm talking about down to the dang second, and y'all would still say they lying. Like, who are y'all? Who are y'all? Like, how do y'all know these people be lying? And my thing is, here's my whole biggest thing too. She literally came out with photos. She didn't come to the internet first. She went straight to the source, which is the judge. She went straight to the feds. Like, what was she gained from lying about all that to them?
Make it make sense.
You know what she would gain by lying? Jail time. She would actually have to do jail time because you can't file a false police report. You cannot do that. So if he really didn't do it, then he needs to be pressing charges against her then. So the only thing she would actually gain from doing something like that, and that's why most women don't this is why I always question women who do run to the internet without going to the courthouse first or filing a police report first. Because I always think it's kind of suspicious because I'm like, okay, you ran to Instagram, you ran to Snapchat, you ran to YouTube, but you didn't file a police report, a restraining order. You have nothing on record at all. I'm always hesitant to believe women when they do that because we've caught women in lies before. But this woman's been silent. We didn't find out about this until TMZ decided to put it out. So what are we really saying? This situation is not like other situations. It's really not. So it's going to be interesting to see how all of this plays out. I don't know why people are if you just don't want to believe it, then just don't take a side. But to really sit up here and try to make it seem like she's lying when the only reason we know about it is because TMZ was being messy and decided to bring it to social media, because we wouldn't even know anything about it if TMZ didn't bring it to social media. Halle didn't bring it to social media. So let's be real about this for a sec. Okay, let me see if there's something else I wanted to point out. Oh, the live stream when he found out that TMZ had put the story out that the Halle was granted the restraining order.
I feel like, damn, bro, should I get a stylist? Why are they saying GGTMZ? Let's see. Why are they saying GGTMZ? Alright, I'm looking at her story now. What? Oh, fuck. Fuck all that. Don't even. Fuck all that, bro. Fuck all that.
But that can't even be real.
That's the thing. But don't even. But you know when we talked about last night? Fuck all that. Let me say something. It's not.
The reason why I'm playing this is because his friend, Stupid, said, remember what we talked about last night. So what did you talk about last night? Did you know that this was going to be posted? Did you know that this was going to come out? I pay attention to stuff like that. Hold on, let me play it again so you can hear.
Be real.
That's the thing. But don't even. But you know when we talked about last night? Fuck all that. Let me say something. It's not.
No, I'm saying, but I don't know where that came from.
Yo, stop these fake allegations. Fuck all that. Let me say something. It's not.
No, I'm saying, but I don't know where that came from.
Yo, stop these.
That can't even be real.
That's the thing. But don't even. But you know when we talked about last night? Fuck all that. Let me say something. It's not.
No, I'm saying, but I don't know where that came from.
Yo, stop these fake allegations. This is a father. This is a real person. It's a good human being. But hey, bro, we on stream, bro.
Come on, like, I gotta
just don't do it, bro. Come here. Don't even make no fuck all that. That's my real friend. We're not gonna do no false shit to ruin this stream. He's a great human being. He does a lot for a lot of people. He's a man. He's a father, and we're gonna respect him. And we're gonna love him.
Y'all see how they keep using he's a father? Like, I just want to see women use that. She's a mother. She's a mother. Halle's a mother. He shouldn't be putting his hands on her. She's a mother. Like, I want us to start using that shit. I do. The way they keep using, like, he's a father. Feel bad for me because I'm a father and I'm trying to be a father. Like, it's crazy. Like, I want us to start doing. She's a mother. Cassie is a mother. She's a pregnant woman. She's a pregnant woman. It's getting ridiculous. You know what I want to see? Because this is what no one is really talking about. Thank you, Themis, for that. You know what I'm waiting on? I'm waiting on that doorbell ring camera. That's what I'm waiting on. Because if he did punch that doorbell ring camera, then that means up until he punched it, it's whatever he was doing is probably on camera. So it's going to be interesting to see how all of this plays out.
DDG, and fuck anyone that got anything to say.
Fuck the fake narratives, my nigga. Stop the bullshit. We don't want to hear that shit, bro. That shit is fake.
Listen,
one thing I've learned about men who make money, they keep enablers around them, y'all, because everybody eats off of them. Okay? Everybody eats, everybody mooches, and if something happens to him legally, then it affects them. Okay? So it's not shocking to see these people on their live stream saying all of this stuff and things like that. I don't expect for men who make good money to have real people around them. I expect for men who have money to have users, people who want to use them, take advantage of them, and whatever the case may be. Most men who make good money like that, they don't have real people around them. It's very rare. It's very rare. They have nothing but fake people around them, fake friends, fake family members, because if they're not up, if they were to fall, them same people wouldn't even be around them. So it's just interesting to see these men go so hard. But like I said, DDG better get smart. He better not be stupid like the game. You better get smart and you better tighten the fuck up, because you keep talking on these streams, they just building a case. The evidence is just piling up. And you're so in your ego that you can't even see that. But hey, that's what happens. A lot of ego deaths. Are you seeing that with men? Like even with Shannon Sharp, he was able to get away with choking women for 31 years. And he thought that he was going to just get his way out of this situation. There's a lot of men out here that are experiencing ego deaths. You are under spiritual judgment, sir, and you need to wake the hell up. The fact that you can't see that you're under spiritual judgment, that tells me everything I need to know. Okay, let me go ahead and let's see. Did I miss something? Let me get into Jasmine Brown. I really don't want to talk about her, but I'm talking about her because y'all requested it. Hold on, wait. Let me see. Yeah, don't be stupid. But so far, I'm just being honest with y'all. DDG, he making all the wrong moves. Okay, so Jasmine, she is pregnant for a second time. Okay, Jasmine announces on Mother's Day that she's expecting another child with longtime boyfriend Cam Newton. This will be the couple's second child together, and the former NFL player's 9th child, which is very shocking to us because Jasmine recently was saying this.
It's funny that you said that you didn't check on your man, because for me it's like I do so much. I was looking for somebody to check on me. You know what I'm saying? I said, because I'm going to say it like this.
Yeah, I don't want to relate. I don't want to hum with you. I don't want to relate to this. I don't want to relate to this.
Postpartum is not talked about enough, and we don't support each other enough in that, and it is hard. It is hard, and it is dark. It is very dark, and you know, it's dark. So sometimes just because
So like, why would she get pregnant for a second time, y'all? This is what don't be making sense for me, y'all. Because the girls that be one and done, I see you. The girls that be one and done, like once that man show me he ain't shit, because listen, life happens, right? You don't know until you know. So the one and done girlies, you know what? I really admire y'all, because once you saw that this man ain't on shit, you was like, I'm done. I'm walking away from the situation. You had to give up on your dream of having a family with that man. You had to give up on the idea of what that was going to look like. That's not an easy decision, right? But you made that decision. And this is why I don't believe women are weak. Women are mentally strong, okay? So for you to do that, like, I really admire that, because not that many women make that hard decision. Like, some of them try to force it Some of them make the decision like, oh, this is the best that I can get. I'm just going to go ahead and settle for the situation. And I believe that that's what's going on with Jasmine Brown. Where's the self-love? Because if you're sitting up here complaining about how he treated you during postpartum, why would you go back and get pregnant again? Why? Why would you put yourself through that again? I don't understand that. And then somebody was saying that the D it be bombed too, but in Jasmine's situation, just based off of some of the stuff she said in her past interviews, because she put it out here, is that she was saying that she was taking it up the booty and she didn't really like it. So I'm like, was she even having bomb sex? It didn't even seem like she was having bomb sex. When I tell y'all this lady is getting the worst experience ever, you're not getting bomb sex. He's not splurging on you like that because you're trying to prove yourself. You're trying to prove how you're down and how you can be this ride or die and how you're not here for the money. So it's like you're not getting bomb D. You're not getting shopping sprees like that. You cooking, you cleaning, you slaving away to take care of his now 8 kids, and this will be his 9th. It's like, what are you really getting out of all of this? This is crazy. I thought the whole point and purpose of dating a man with money was that you would get this shopping spree, lounge, be lazy all day type of experience. But that's not what this lady is getting. Oh my God. She still got to work. And I knew what was up when she was on that stage pregnant. I was like, why are you doing a comedy show pregnant like that? You dating this man that's rich. So she ain't getting no bomb D, y'all. Some women do get bomb D, but I don't even think Jasmine is getting that. She getting hurt D. Like she walking away, she limping because her booty hole, it hurt. So I'm just like, girl, this is the saddest case I've ever seen in my life when it comes to stuff like this. Like honestly, like I've never seen a woman take so many L's in one situation.
I look nice and pretty on the outside doesn't mean that I don't have internal damage going on the inside. Because I woke up, I cooked for everybody, I fed everybody, and I realized it's 4 o'clock, I didn't eat a thing. And nobody even asked me if I ate a thing. Baby on the titty all day, she good, she chunky and fed, and here I am, starving, malnourished, losing my ass. It's hard. It's real. It's really hard, and I think that it just goes back to your support system.
Ladies, I just hope y'all learning from her situation. And listen, Jasmine is 35 years old. She has the pressure of being up in age, wanting kids, and I believe she just settled for this situation. That's what I believe. She did an interview with the actress from Sisters on BET, and she talked about how she had to freeze her eggs and things like that. And I think Kim came along at the right time, and she was just probably like, this is probably the best I can get where I'm at in life, and she just went for it. But ladies, I'm seeing women get pregnant in their 40s. I just feel like at this point, you're still choosing to sign up for this. You are. I mean, you better off going to the sperm bank. You are, so that you can have a peaceful pregnancy. I saw Koi, and I was just like, when she was showing off her nursery, I was like, damn, girl, you doing it by yourself, but you're in peace. You actually get to enjoy being a mom. Let that man run the streets with whoever. But in your home, when it comes to your baby, your nursery, you can provide for your child and everything like that. Girl, continue to live in peace. F that man and what he doing out here in these streets. All he could do is just bring back chaos, drama, stress. So Koi, she was showing off her nursery, and when I was just taking in the video, I was like, okay, she's had a very peaceful pregnancy, probably because he's out doing whatever, trying to get under her skin. So it's kind of crazy. Hold on, let me see. Oh, let's play this too.
I'm so excited. Oh, this day feels good. Everything feels good. Oh, I'm so excited.
So this is her after 4 months. After she had her baby, she's finally able to get some me time. And this is so sad. This is a lot of women's reality because they don't get to look after themselves. They don't get to truly take care of themselves. And that's why I think his name was Nuri Muhammad. I think that was his name. Kim was speaking with him on his podcast, and he was saying that a woman, her smile is a representation, how your woman smiles and how she carries herself is a representation of you as a man and how you pour into her and how you take care of her. It says a lot about you as a man. And Cam was sitting there just uncomfortable because this is a woman that couldn't even get a facial, couldn't even get a massage, just take care of herself after 4 months of delivering this baby. That is sad. And this is a rich man, right? That's what all the girls want. And she's 4 months after delivery, postpartum, and this is the first time she could actually get some time to herself. That's so sad to me.
I could cry. Oh my gosh, I could cry. I'm getting a facial. I could cry. I'm so excited. I'm so excited.
Oh, darling, is that you? Darling, is that you? Oh, I'm sorry, I just got a facial. Don't talk to me. Don't speak to me. Don't look at me. Don't acknowledge me. Darling,
I feel like it's worse.
Don't even think you can breathe the same air as I.
That's what I'm saying. To go through this and you with a rich man, I feel like it's worse, y'all. And the reason I say it's worse is because this man is like dead ass torturing you. Like he has the money. He has the resources. He's intentionally torturing you. I believe Kim hates this girl. I just got to be honest with you. I think he hates her because it's like you have the resources and you're choosing not to take care of her in a way that would be a symbol of your love or something like it's like I think he hates her. I don't think he likes her at all. And yeah, I think he's just using her to procreate, and then he's going to dump her and move on to somebody else. I just got to be honest with you, because no way a man's going to sit back and just watch you struggle like that, not eat, not really take care of yourself, and not feel like, especially if he's in the position where he can, not try to like assist you or help you in any type of way. I think he hates her. I just got to be honest with you. I do. It would be different if he was like an average earner or maybe even broke. I'd be like, okay, he's broke. He really can't do much. But for a man to be able to do a lot and not do nothing at all, it really says that he hates you. He does not like you at all. He does not.
You cannot. You will not.
I think that she needs tools on how to be in this relationship if she's going to stay. And if she chooses to leave, she needs tools on how to also pivot that. And it's not about having a conversation with her or having a session with her to get her to change her mind. It's about getting her to feel supported and showing compassion.
Well, you know, one thing I've learned just by studying humans' behaviors and the difference between men and women, when you're dealing with a female bully, she's very passive and she's very indirect. And then when you're dealing with a jealous man, he's very passive and indirect when it comes to his jealousy. And I also believe that when he hates you, he's very passive and indirect when it comes to his hatred. That's one thing I've noticed, the difference between men and women, and how behaviors and then the emotions that are associated with the behaviors, how they show up differently depending on the gender. It's very interesting to me.
And then trying to figure out where she wants to navigate from here. I think it's helping her come to herself. I think that Jazz got herself into something that, one, she didn't understand that she was getting herself into, and I think she would love to backpedal if she could.
Jazz has not been the only person that I've had sex with. Jazz allows me to speak to her, and we are able to have banter. As long as I've been with Jazz, I cannot honestly say that I've only been with Jazz. And I think as we grow, and I hate that I embarrassed her, because no woman ever wants to admit that openly, that their person has not always been with them. Only, I don't feel that she judges my action. She holds me accountable to my action. And she asks me certain things that, how can I do certain things to better so that this won't be a normalcy for you moving forward?
Is Cam is a Libra? Yeah, why? And then Libras are Libra men, they stalk when they are in their lower nature. Okay. When they're in their lower nature, they tend to be obsessed and they stalk. So that's why is DDG, is he a Libra? Is DVD a Libra? I just be noticing when Libras are in their lower nature, they tend to stalk and obsess a little bit. Oh, Cam is Taurus is stock too in their lower nature. Oh my God. I've dated Libra and Taurus. Girl, they stock. That's one thing they do. I don't know about Cancer men. I've never dated a Cancer man. But if they're in their lower nature, like they don't have a healthy ego, girl, they become very obsessed. Very obsessed. I even had a Libra man tell me to my face, yeah, I've been like watching you, keeping up with you, just wondering like why you didn't respond to my DM. Like what? Like I don't know what is that about, y'all? Can somebody explain that to me? And listen, I'm asking the Libras that are healthy, right? Because I believe that we all have things about ourselves where we're not the best, right? Because I can be spiteful. I'm in Aries. I'm spiteful as hell. So we all deal with our negative emotions, right, differently. So if you're a Libra, like what is it about like the stocking thing? Like, what's that about? Because I know why I'm spiteful. Like I'm spiteful because like why would you do that to me? So now I want to get back at you. And I'm not going to tell you that I'm going to get back at you. I'm going to just be spiteful as hell towards you. And I expect for you to figure it out because you did some weird shit. So you should be picking up on the cues that I'm being spiteful towards you. So I just want to know why when Libras are in their lower nature, why do they tend to stalk and obsess? I just want to know. I just want to know. Because I can tell you my shadow side. Can you tell me why when it comes to the Libras? I just want to know. I'm just interested in knowing. And Tauruses too. Why Tauruses do that? I don't get it. Why do Tauruses do that? I just want to know. Okay, let me see. Okay, we're done with that. Let me see this one.
So Jasmine Brown is pregnant with baby number 2 by Cam Newton. Baby number 2, y'all. Now we saw that interview where that man said,
oh, hold on, wait a minute.
Baby number 2, y'all. Now we saw that interview where that man said he's still looking for his wife. Cam Newton himself said he's still looking for his wife.
I can see that. Yeah.
And he's still going to continue to populate this earth with more children.
And that's why I believe that he's just using Jasmine because he likes her like phenotype. Like he looks at her as a breeder, not as a partner or like a wife or a woman that he values and things. He just looks at her as a breeder, y'all. And I don't think she understands that. He looks at her as a breeder and he looks at her as someone that he can pass time with that will help him raise his tribe of children. That's what I think. And if you listen to Cam talk, he likes that he's creating this large tribe to the point where he keeps adopting even other people's kids. Like he likes this whole tribe thing. I don't know why. It's kind of weird. So it makes him look more like he's just breeding her and not like caring for her and like wanting to truly be with her. So, and I also think that he chooses women that are athletic, that have a certain look. He chooses women that he can truly procreate with that will make his tribe look a certain way too and be able to physically do certain things. So it's very interesting to me, but I don't think he loves this woman at all. He's just breeding her out.
And he didn't specify with Jasmine. Like the lights are on, but nobody's home. And if y'all remember, Jasmine used to talk about women like her. She used to dog women like her when she did stand-up comedy. So it's just like the power in the tongue is real bad. The power of the tongue is real because she used to dog women like her.
You know who, the only man that I've seen be honest about the whole breeding thing is Ocho Cinco. He spoke out about how he dates only women that are athletic. He does not date women that are not athletic. Well, no, I'm sorry. He doesn't procreate with women that are not athletic. In order for him, to procreate with you, you have to be athletic. And to be honest, I think a lot of men think like that. I do. That's why they'll come to you and they'll say, oh, you would make a great mother. You would be perfect to be the mother of my children. And they're not showing you any indication that they want to marry you at all, but they're looking at you and they're like, I want to breed her out because she would make a great mother, and I like her built, I like her beauty, we would make beautiful kids. Like, a lot of men actually do think like that. And especially the ones that are not talking about like truly having a future with you, but they're talking about having kids with you. They really do see you as someone that they just want to breed out. Seriously. Especially when you're a tall woman. Especially when you're a tall woman. They feel like, oh, you could give me a tall boy. Like, you'll hear them say some of the craziest things. That's, ladies, know when you being plotted on. You got to know when you being preyed on. I don't think the girls be knowing when men truly are preying on them. Seriously, all of that shit is a red flag. And you think it's a compliment, right? You think that it's endearing. It's not. You are truly being preyed on and you're not even realizing it. You're not realizing it at all. So it's always a red flag. Ooh, Tyreek Hill is another one. Tyreek Hill is another.
And then when she was pregnant, when she did a stand-up comedy show, she was like, oh, if it was a rich guy, y'all, you know, he put that pressure on you, whatever it was. It was just like, huh? So on top of him embarrassing you on his podcast, on his show, saying that he's still looking for his wife, you get pregnant again.
Yeah, I don't. Why she do that?
Baby number 2.
And you know why I think Jasmine got pregnant again? She lives under that falsehood of sexism, where she don't want to be a baby mama and have kids with multiple men. So she's just like, you know what? I already had one child with him. Let me just go ahead and get as many kids as I want with him. And whatever happens, happens after that. That's what I think. I think a lot of women think like that because they just don't want to move on and start all over and like have multiple baby daddies. So I think even Kim Kardashian said that. Kim Kardashian kept getting pregnant by Kanye even though she knew. And she kept getting pregnant by him because she didn't want to go have a child with other men. Cardi B too. I believe Cardi B got pregnant on purpose and she knew she was going to leave Offset, but she did it because she wanted all her kids by the same man. Khloe, prime example. Khloe is a great example. Khloe Kardashian is a great example of that. And it's basic. To me, I feel like it's sexism. I do. I do. I think it's sexism. But then again, it could be, it could just make the woman's life easier too. You know, it can make the woman's life easier. It's complicated when you have children by multiple men. It can complicate your life more. Or it could be, well, you already know what your children are kind of somewhat going to look like. Or it could be that you just want all of your kids to look the same too. Or to look similar. So, in my opinion, y'all, I'm gonna just tell you, don't have their kids. I just feel like you deserve to have kids with someone that truly adores you and respects the sacrifice that you're making to bring life into this world. Okay, but I do think that's why we see women in dynamics like this where they get pregnant again. They just want to have kids all by the same man. So don't be surprised if she get pregnant for a third time. Don't be surprised. Okay, let me, did I play this one?
Baby number 9. Number 9, okay? I want us to want better for ourselves, but we can't want better for other people when they're okay with certain situations. What baby mama number are you? And how do you raise 9 children, which I assume are in different homes? How do you show up as a father in a blended family?
It seems stressful.
I just do standards exist anymore? Ours is so much so that, well, that was with them other women, that was with them, he treats me differently. Or is it just a matter of, I'm okay with this, okay? Because from a therapist perspective, I'm just like, what about self-love? What about self-worth? Feel like you deserve better, okay? Is this when you grow up, when you were growing up, is this what you desired?
I want to know.
Is that you think you can't do no better than this? But Jasmine, I hope, has a healthy pregnancy. Baby number 2 for her. But out of everybody in the whole gang, it's baby number 9. Can she really be celebratory when the world is probably looking and thinking like, girl, what you doing? Okay? But also, as a father, raising kids in these dysfunctional homes, men continue to have kids in different homes, celebrity, non-celebrity, knowing there is no way you can show up for all those children the way that they need to. Okay, can you even financially provide for 9 children in the world that we also are living in? Not to mention also raising black kids in this society. Okay, but baby number 9, I just want women women to want better for themselves and to stop settling. Bring back self-worth. All right, it didn't exist at all, okay? Learn self-worth. Learn that you deserve better. This is not it. But congratulations. Have a healthy pregnancy, a healthy baby. Baby number 9?
Let me go ahead and move on to Lil Wayne, y'all. So Lil Wayne's girlfriend got kicked out on Mother's Day. His fiance, not just girlfriend, fiance. Was it his fiance? Because I don't know. I think he's dated 2 plus size models recently. Was it his fiance? Or was he engaged to the other lady? Or was the other lady the girlfriend and then this new girl is the fiance? I don't know. They kind of look alike. They look similar to me. But I wanted to go ahead and play this because, hold on.
Lil Wayne is shaking.
So you know how black women, we've been getting dragged over this statue because the woman is plus size. She's like a 12, 14 size plus size woman, right? But then, and black men are talking all of this shit. And I don't mean this in a disrespectful way. I mean this in just a truthful, honest way. Truthful and honest. Why is it that black women can't be plus size? But they'll go outside of the community, get the most basic Caucasian lady that is plus size and put her on a pedestal. But the statue is just like, oh, take it down, take it, like it's not good representation. But they literally go outside of the community, and sometimes y'all, they go and they find the fattest woman they can find. Okay, the most plush woman they can find. So it's just another reason why I'm like, why are we taking that statue so offensively when these men literally will go out of the community and just go get the basic, most plus size white woman that you can find? And according to their weight requirements, that's below average. That's not even average. That's below average, because in the white community, you have to have that Pilates figure. That's what they promote. They promote skinny. How do I know? I grew up in a white community. They promote skinny. Seriously. You get too big, their men are on your ass about it. That's why the body positive movement was really for white women. It wasn't really for us. It was really for them. It was for them. And because they're not accepted in their community, then they come into the black community because black men love a plus size girl. They love. And then I've always been on the thicker side, but anytime I lose too much weight, then you have men in my comment section talking about, I liked it when you were thicker. I don't care about what you like. This ain't about you. And then I'm over here making it about my health. I'm not even really making it about size. So is the statue really offensive though? Is it really? Because when you see situations like this, we're really about to get into it. When you see situations like this, it's like, why was the statue so offensive? I don't get it.
I don't know if Lil Wayne is shaking because he hasn't said anything in regards to this matter. So Lil Wayne's ex-fiance, because he was engaged to this lady, has now come out saying that Lil Wayne put her out of their house today. On Mother's Day, he put her and the daughter out and flew 2 women in. There's a lot to the story. Let's talk about it. Pictured above is Lil Wayne's girlfriend. Her name is Denise Bedell. She's 38 years old and she's from New York. She has a daughter named Jocelyn, and allegedly they both live with Lil Wayne. Now, in the video that I'm going to be showing at the end of my video, she spoke about Lil Wayne moving her all the way from New York to wherever they were living now to be together, and him putting her out on Mother's Day, okay? He said, you got to get out, and he said that the daughter had to get out. This is a big deal. First of all, you're not allowed to evict anybody without a 30-day notice. They have squatters' rights. So if she said, hey, I get mail here, you can't make me leave, she would be allowed to do that. But she was standing outside. Didn't seem like Lil Wayne is playing. But what's interesting about this situation is the 2 girls that he flew out. I think we've identified the 2 girls. One of the ladies is Lynette West from MILF Manor. I've never watched MILF Manor, but they're saying it's a show that's streamed on HBO Max. So I'm like, wow, it must be like a reality show with a bunch of rich, hot women in it. In this post, somebody spilled the tea, and it says, meanwhile, I'm over here living my best life with the top down, packing for LA. And then she...
Do y'all see why I said what I said? I'm challenging what we're saying, okay? I'm challenging what these men got you out here really believing and how you looking at yourself. Cause this is crazy to me. This is insane. This is so insane. The statue was so offensive though. And I'm talking about men. I'm not talking about how we women feel. I'm talking about the men that were talking all that shit. All the men that was talking all that shit. All the black men particularly that was talking all that shit. And Lil Wayne is out here dating women that look like this. That's insane to me. And try to make it seem like black women are just not good enough. That's insane to me. That's insane to me. That's insane to me. So yeah, I'm challenging your thought process on that. Because it just seemed like if the statue would have been white, we would have been all right. But because the statue wasn't white, we weren't all right.
Tagged her friend, Brandy with the A, and Lil Wayne. So I'm like, ooh, now mind you, she's a MILF. Well, Lil Wayne is a DILF. You know, he's got plenty of kids. This is a grown dad. If Retrainting had some kids, he would be a granddad. Do you see what I'm saying? Like, he's these ladies' age. This is her page, and I thought this was interesting. Let me move me. I noticed that when I look at Lil Wayne's history of when he dates different white women, they all have mixed kids. He dated a lady named Jennifer, who was a realtor. She had 2 mixed kids. This lady, Denise, she had mixed kids. And look at these kids. These little Meghan Markle looking kids. So I'm like, looks like Wayne likes a white lady who already likes black men or already has children with black men. She posted this down to the airport. I said, ooh, Wayne done booked that flight. Yeah, pop out. So it looks like Lil Wayne decided to have a MILF-filled weekend, okay? This lady also is on that MILF Mansion 2 show, and her name is Barbie with the A. So Wayne was watching the show. He was loving it. He said, fly them 2 baddies out. And he got them all on a plane because look at what Barbie with the A just posted. Ew. She said, sitting in the reward class. I said, ooh. Wayne done flew out these 2 ladies. They about to have fun. They're probably about to do big snow. I ain't gonna hold you.
Wayne literally kicked me and my daughter out on Mother's Day today. And I am just recovering from surgery. I am 5 weeks out from a full mommy makeover. I can't even lift boxes. But this man has his assistants coming to help kick us out today. Like, and broke up with me on Mother's Day through text. Like, well, and her birthday's next weekend, and I leave to New York this week for all the Sports Illustrated press. Like, when I tell you that I am absolutely unsure on how to even process my emotions, like, if y'all got lawyer recommendations, please send them because, you know, so.
And she's also claiming that he was abusive to her. So I think it's crazy. She's a plus size Caucasian lady. She just got cosmetic surgery. And I believe it's because she was in this relationship with this black man. Like, he has his own internal issues and struggles, and he's projecting them on her. And she's probably looking at herself in an insecure way. So she went and got cosmetic surgery. And then to look up and find out that she's being kicked out. Y'all know how it go. Y'all know how it go. Y'all know how it go. Listen, I'm challenging the statue because of what men are saying. Black women, we can look at that statue and feel how we feel. You find it to be offensive? Cool. But to listen to these men and take what they're saying seriously, they're a contradiction. They're just a fucking contradiction. I'm not listening to them when it comes to anything regarding how they feel about the statue, because we know that if the statue would have been white, we know the men wouldn't be saying anything. They'd be like, oh, Becky, she looked like she competing with black women. She got a fat ass. You know how it is? So, ladies, what I want you to look at when it comes to that statue is, if you don't like what you're seeing, then you need to level up. I want to see black women level the hell up. after seeing that statue. If you don't like how they wanted to portray you as the everyday black woman, well, it's time for you to level up. I don't know if it's hit the gym. I don't know if it's change your hair. I don't know if it's you want to change your style, but it's like show up and compete. Don't just sit and complain on social media every day. Like literally show up, show out, and compete. If that is what you're wanting to change because you didn't like the reflection. Because basically that's what you're complaining about. You didn't like the reflection. Okay, well, if you don't like the reflection, then you need to level up. This complaining and bitching online all day, that's not doing nothing. You should be motivated because you have the power to change that. But my thing is I'm calling out the hypocrisy when it comes to black men. Because we all know that if Lil Wayne is out here dating women that look average, right? Then a black woman should be seen in the same respectable way. But then is she really being respected in this situation? No, she not. She not. So is it really a woman thing or is it a man thing? It's really seeming like it's a man thing, huh? All around the board. Because she got the same black man that we all get, huh? That's my point.
Yeah, I know he has 2 girls being flown in today, and who knows how many plethora of girls he has. I've been nothing but supportive to this man, loved him till the end of the fucking world, but Wayne literally kicked, like, you literally flew me, uprooted me from New York City where I was living, and brought me here for this bullshit. Like, that's crazy, you guys. Like, these men really be taking advantage. And it's not just the emotional abuse, like, this man has actually laid a fucking hand on me, like, nah. And I took it, you know what's crazy is they always say, like, we're so stupid for love, and I thought it was, like, a mistake. But, like, I know other women he's put his hands on. And today, it's okay, we're about to go back to the house that we live in together with my fucking daughter, and we're going to see what really goes down, because this is absolutely crazy and a new low even for him.
That's crazy. So ladies, the reason why I wanted to talk about that is because it's just stop listening to men on social media when it comes to your appearance. It's all about the reflection. Do you like what you see in the mirror? And if you don't like the reflection that you saw in that statue, then you need to level up. Period, point blank. Okay? But stop internalizing the things that men are saying, because men don't make sense. You should want to get healthy. You should want to show up as your best because you want to. You want to. And if you don't like the reflection in that statue, then it's time for you to step your game up. Seriously. And again, the statue situation is going to be subjective. It just depends on how you want to show up. Honestly, I told y'all that in the original take. I said, if you don't like what the statue is reflecting, then it's time for you to level up. 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 Don't do it based off of what men are saying. Do it because when you saw the statue, you saw the reflection and you didn't like what you saw. So it's time for you to level up. But I wanted to point out how men are a contradiction. They make no sense. So for you to just take on what they're saying, it will drive you insane. Like even this woman is trying to sit up and just rationalize why she was kicked out on Mother's Day, why he just switched up on her, why all of a sudden. We don't know why men do what they do. That's why you shouldn't make them the focus. Because you're going to lose that every single time. It doesn't matter what race of man you out here dealing with. You never going to win that. Because a lot of the things that men be doing, it's internal struggles. It's them being at war with themselves. It could be lust that you're competing with. Not the man, not the other woman. You're literally competing with the fact that he struggles with lust and you cannot compete with that. So just focus on yourself. Just focus on yourself. That's all I wanted to say when it comes to the situation. And like I said, black women, if you don't like the statue and what it reflected, then you need to level up and you need to get serious about it. You need to get consistent about it and you need to become disciplined about it. Make it about you though, not these internalized racist comments that you're seeing online. And just the projections of stereotypes and things like that. Or even the projections that you're seeing from other black women calling you a mammy and things like that. You need to level up based off of the fact that you didn't like what you saw. And you have the power to correct it through self-accountability, because accountability is self-empowerment. That's all I have regarding this video. please give this video a thumbs up. I hope to see you in my next one. And let me know what you want me to talk about. But I got to run, y'all, because I got to go mentor today, okay? So y'all enjoy the rest of y'all's day, and I'll catch you in my next one.